installment of Lunch with Carole. It is always good to bring you motivational, inspiring, wonderful people in our community that are doing great things. And I have to tell you, I'm so excited about my guest this afternoon, Yvonne High, because really, Yvonne, you do so much. You're a pastor, you're a writer, producer, director, and extraordinary singer. I mean, you just can do it all. It's amazing. And now you're an author of a children's book. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I kind of like to keep busy. So
Just a
this
little
has
bit.
been
I mean,
a
I
real
don't know
life
how you
treat.
do
Pardon me?
it. Plus, you're raising beautiful children along the way, and your husband's also a minister. So I don't know how you both do it, but it's amazing. So it's just a pleasure to talk to you. But I'm really excited about what you now, your latest project. And you have written a children's book. It's called God Colored Me Black. And that is an unbelievable title because I think it gets right to the heart and it gets right to the matter right away. Can you tell me why did you decide to write this book, Yvonne?
Well, I first got the idea, and I love children and I enjoy working with children. And I first got this idea. It was just kind of like a whim, a thought, with everything that's going on in the world, with us dealing with racism. And it seems like it's really pushing to the forefront so much. And I just feel excited about being Black. I'm like, what's the issue? I like being Black. I've always been Black. So, when we think about it, we're just such an amazing people. I don't understand. So I was like, God colored me Black. Wow, how exciting that He thought of me personally to give me this awesome melon. So I'm like, this is so amazing. And so why don't people like it? Why do they struggle with the beautiful color of anyone? Because we didn't make ourselves. Had we made ourselves, perhaps we may not have chosen the color that we are. But I'm excited about my Black. And so I wanted all children to feel the excitement that I feel about the color that God selected for me. And I wanted to share with them that the beauty that you have, it can't be discounted. You can't do it over. You are who you are, who the divine one chose you to be. And so you should be excited about it. And so that's why I wrote it. Children need to know that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. And I'm excited about that. So I wanted to share that with them, just, dealing with low self-esteem, whatever area it may be in. Some people have low self-esteem about their weight, their teeth, their hips, whatever. We didn't create
Everything.
ourselves. So
Yes.
I'm like, let's
It's,
embrace
it's a
who we
beautiful
are
message.
and let's just move on. Let's move on. God colored me Black. Come on, see that. Get excited
I
about
love
it.
that.
So that's why I wrote it.
Well, and it's important. You mentioned self-esteem for young people, and Yvonne, I was reading in the Amazon description of your book, you talk about the fact that you were teased as a young girl because of your color, and we've all been teased at some point for something.
Mhm.
Can you tell me how that impacted you as a child?
Well, my mom, I don't know, she I don't think she meant any harm because my mom was just a beautiful person. She's deceased now, but I think sometimes I would be so overwhelming for her. She had to find some way to kind of like calm me down. And so she would choose choice words. And um, I even had a nickname. My nickname was, my dad called me Black Gal because I love to play in the sun. And so as anyone know, if you play in the sun in the heart Arkansas, you're going to become darker, whatever, because the sun is so brilliant. I mean, it's the brilliance of the sun in the south. It could be 100 degrees when you wake up, so you're not gonna escape it. But I stayed outside all the time, and so I'm sure I probably was a couple shades darker than than I am now from being living in the north. And so I always found it fascinating that people felt that I was more darker than other people. I just thought that was fascinating. It never made me feel any kind of way. I mean, I'm able to talk about it now. They said it, but it did not impact me in a negative way. It must be something wonderful if you bring attention to it all the time. I guess that's kind of like the brain part of me that don't see things the way other people see it. I always try to find the good in it, even in people. Some people will see someone else and they'll be like, well, how do you hang out with that person? Well, I find the beauty in all of us, no matter how horrible a situation is. For some reason, God gave me this ability to see the good. So that's how it impacted me, to see that my black must be awful beautiful for someone else to try and put it down.
I love that. Well said. And you're breaking up a little bit, but I'm getting the message loud and clear. And one of the things, Yvonne, that I love that you said is the fact that you never let it hurt your self-esteem. And that's something that I think everybody needs to hear, whether they're being teased because they are disabled or because they're way mad about something. They have to find that self-esteem and that self-love within themselves. And you said you had that naturally, and that is a beautiful thing. Do you have any idea why you had that early on, Yvonne?
I guess it's just in the environment. If everyone is putting one another down, no matter what culture you grow up in, we have a tendency to sabotage ourselves because of other people. We can inflict or cause other people to see negative, because of what we say. Words have power. And so if someone is telling you all the time that, you're this or you're that, or you're no good at this, that can poison you as a person, as an individual. And I think growing up, because we were, as a people, we were depicted as something negative, something not good, then it kind of like shifts and shapes other people into how they see themselves. And so that's why I thought it was important to write the book, God Colored Me Black. Don't allow anyone to shift your mindset or shift your heart or shift the way you see yourself. Negative things can come, but you have the ability to deflect those things and to say, I am who God says I am, no matter what you're saying. You have to almost get a deaf ear to the negative things that are in the world and to see yourself the way God sees you. And when God says something, he never changes his mind. He said, we are fearfully and we are wonderfully made. That's beautiful. That can never be tainted. No matter how or what someone else says, God has the final say about who we are. And so I've wrapped my heart around coming against all the negative things that are in the world. They're there, but it does not have to infect you. Diseases are always there. Some people get them and some people don't, because they do those things that cause them to rise above. And so all of the beautiful people that my life had touched my life, they were not all Black. White people have affected my life in a positive way. I had some good people in my life, from choir directors to English teachers to gym teachers. They were not all Black, some were white. And so color never has been my way of seeing people. I don't see color. I see you're good or either you're not so good, no matter what color you are. So color is something that I love. Color. He created the rainbow and it has many colors, but Black is not there.
Well,
the color Black is not in the rainbow, and it's for a reason, because everything else comes out of that. So we're awesome.
But there are a lot of flowers, and there's a lot of different colors in nature.
Yes.
And there's plenty of chocolate in nature as well.
Who don't like chocolate, right? I don't know.
Well, I'm sorry, you're breaking up, and we've got, I don't know if it's the weather, the cold, or whatever. Yes. Well, yes, I think God created everything, and I think we have to look at it.
Yes. So I don't know anyone that doesn't like chocolate, whether it's dark chocolate or milk chocolate, or just who doesn't like it? Do you like chocolate, Carole? Can you hear
well, I
me?
think most people do. I just don't like what it does sometimes to the hips. Yes,
Right.
I can. But you know what? You're
Okay.
breaking up a little bit. And so I apologize. It's a little hard to hear, but your message is right on point. It's an excellent. I think I'm glad you have written this book because I know your talent. I know your ability. I know how you're able to reach out and bridge people to bring people together. So you're a beautiful spirit, and we need this. The book God Colored Me Black. It's available Amazon. You can
Yes.
get that right now. And Yvonne High, she's a minister, pastor, director, singer, artist, and just an all around beautiful, inspiring. So I appreciate you being with me this afternoon, Yvonne.
And thank you for having me. I always
So great to
appreciate
see you.
you.
Sorry, everybody, she's breaking up.
Okay.
I love you. And you know what? Keep up the good work because we need your message. And thank you, everybody, for joining me this afternoon. I have a few signal problems, but we'll see you next week at the same time at 12:30 for Lunch with Carole. Thanks so much. Have a great afternoon.